Help me out.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to have water. This glass. There we go. Here, rinse the gross air out of here.
If that's the case, then you can just fill a glass. That's how you're doing it before.
Oh, just fill a single glass.
Yeah, you fill one like pint-sized glass,
That's
and
a good
then we
idea.
dump.
It spills.
Yeah, something that won't spill.
Okay. I'll see what I can find.
Find a fucking Pyrex measuring cup.
Yeah, we have a Pyrex.
Okay, cool. That'll work.
Boom, boom,
All right. We good?
boom, boom, boom.
What's that from? That music?
Super Mario.
Yeah, the when you're selecting which area you want to go to.
Hola, señoras y señores.
Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos. The how do you say 4 brewers in Spanish?
Llamo
Cuatro Brewers?
Cuatro
Yeah.
I don't know how to say brewers.
cervecerías.
That's breweries.
Oh,
We're 4 breweries. Welcome to 4 breweries.
Broweridge.
All right.
Cuatro cerveceros.
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 Bienvenidos, cuatros. Cerveceros.
Let's not.
Yeah, that's not. All right. You ready?
Should we play some mariachi music in the background too? Yeah,
Hey, we're all sitting here in our sombreros. We're eating some tacos. All right. Are we recording?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to 4 Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by...
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Gregorio Nigel.
Oh, no, I knew it was going to be you. I knew it was going to be
It's always you, Greg.
Nigel.
It's always Greg. We got a special showdown happening today. Mexican lager seems to be a thing now.
The Mexican lager boom in craft beer has been kind of a topic. And we decided, you know what? Let's fucking throw them down. Let's throw some craft beer ones. We got the stalwarts from the from actual Mexico.
Grupo Modelos.
Yep.
We've got the one AB made that is just their copy of Corona. And we're doing them blind as we are wont to do.
We are doing a blind showdown throwdown that I am not participating in. We needed an administrator, and my like senses have been kind of fucked up for some reason lately. Like, these guys had a beer that they picked up acetaldehyde in, and I did not, and so I'm like not feeling real confident about my skills at the moment. So I shall be administrating this showdown throwdown. And you guys, we got beer number 1 in front of us already.
Beer number 1.
It is clear and not super heady. There's really not much
it is
to...
very clear. This is a very
Crystalline.
very light beer. Yeah, we did our normal bring it in a glass and then dump it into our 4 Brewers Tulip. They're being randomized by Mr. Matt.
Now, this beer that you said you smelled acetaldehyde on.
That you guys smelled acetaldehyde on it. I didn't really get it. It took me a while to pick it up.
I'm feeling like you pulled a quick one on us and served it as a first beer. I don't know.
Data Sci guy threw some fantastic images in the chat.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Yeah, hombre.
Yeah, those are definitely got it.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking hot.
Just sombreros and giant mustaches
Sombreros and
everywhere.
mustaches.
That's brilliant.
I think it's important to point out, people will oftentimes when talking about Mexican lager, talk about Vienna lager.
Yeah.
Well, there are some, I wouldn't say that's definitive of Mexican lager as a style. When you talk to people about Mexican beer, like, they are going to think of Modelo before they think of Negro Modelo. You know?
I agree.
Like, Vienna lagers are around and they're fairly popular, but I think the default style is Corona, Tecate. On that note, did we want to list what our contenders are before we get into it?
We can. Yeah.
Did someone take a photo? Because they're all in the other room now.
I did, and I'm posting it into the live chat as we speak.
But off the top of my head, we had...
Let's go from the photo here, because literally everything is on there.
All right. I bought all these yesterday at Totes Wine.
Goddamn mustache.
I'd like to note that where possible, we got cans, and if we couldn't get cans, we got brown bottles if possible. And if they came in clear bottles only, well, then you're stuck with that. Estrella Jalisco.
Yeah, it was like that and Land Shark were the only two that were in clear bottles.
Yeah, because skunkiness, while some people may consider it part of the flavor profile, I don't consider that a desirable trait in these beers.
I agree.
So reading off, we have Pacifico, we have Corona, we have Land Shark, which is AB InBev's kind of Margaritaville brand Mexican lager beer.
Also, with the Corona, don't forget that it's not just Corona.
Those are actually the same beer.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the Corona Familiar, which I looked up. It's just a big bottle of Corona. I don't know why they.
It's for
label
pirates.
It. Yeah.
Familiar.
As my friend texted me earlier and told me it's because it's for the whole family. That is why it comes in a big bottle.
It's for a pirate family.
I see. Okay.
There is Carta Blanca. Carta Blanca.
I like
sorry.
Carta Blanca.
Carta Blanca.
Victoria. Then we have American Craft Beer checking in from Thorn Street. What is that one called again?
Barrio beer, I think.
No, it was something else.
It's Barrio something.
Whatever the thorn.
I know it's Barrio.
Mario Logan.
Another one is what is it? Stetsons and sombreros from Iron Fire in Temecula. We have El Sully from 21st Amendment. Then going back to the holdovers, the big names, we have Dos Equis, Tecate, Modelo, Corona. We have the Sublime Mexican lager from AleSmith, not called 40 ounces to freedom, weirdly. We have the Los Locos from Epic. I think that's going to stick out like sore thumb. It's got lime and salt in it.
Oh, does it?
Yes. So I think we'll spot that one. We have Mexican lager from Ska Brewing out of Colorado. And then we have Estrella Jalisco, which is in a clear bottle.
Very nice.
So I feel like all the big names are represented here. All the big hitters.
There we have it.
Well, there you have it.
Well,
Cool.
we got beer number one in our
Yeah,
glass.
what's everything of beer number one here, guys?
It's not very carbonated. On the nose, kind of mazy. A little corn, husky.
Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, this is very light beer.
Very light, very
I have a
not
feeling
much
we're going to be
happening.
hearing that a lot in this
Yeah,
showdown.
Not much happening on the like mouthfeel or anything. It's one of those chuggable, you'd get a 40 of and you can probably put this down.
It's got a pretty good like biscuity flavor, but I could go for more carbonation on this beer. I don't know if it just poured out low or if we agitated it too much, but it didn't seem super
I
carbonated.
can't see any bubbles coming out of mine at all.
Yeah.
I think
it's
biscuity is
almost-
a good way to put it. It's biscuity with those typical lager kind of characteristics on the nose, like really mellow. Nothing,
It's like a light beer.
Yeah, nothing's really jumping out of the glass. It just smells good.
Yeah, I will say I drink quite a bit of like Pacifico. My wife buys a lot of it, and if there's a can of beer in the fridge, I'll drink it. Tecate is another one that we go camping a lot, and we buy 30 packs of that just to have around the campsite. What else do I drink?
I don't think I could narrow down any of these beers because I don't drink them nearly enough to do that.
If I had to guess, the AleSmith and the Epic beers are going to be easy to call out because I think they differentiate from the group a little bit. But
Estrella Jalisco, I don't think I've
never had it.
I think it's kind of a budget brand.
Okay.
It's like a down market Mexican beer brand.
I would have to guess this. I don't want to guess. Never mind.
Overall, this beer, I could just go for more to it. It's just thin, and there's
Very thin.
not
Needs
a lot
life.
going on. And mind you, we didn't get the light version of any of these beers. A lot of these, like Corona and Tecate, have light versions, and this is just kind of not a lot there. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no real off flavors. It's just not hitting me where I live.
It does need more CO2. Like it's borderline flat. For
Yeah.
me. It's got some bubbles on it, but you can't feel the prickly.
I gave it a 65. I feel like it's just, it's like if we're doing a letter grade scale, it's like a D. The beer's not.
I mean, I gotta ding it hard for not being carbed enough.
Yeah, I give it a 50.
Wow.
I'm starting low.
I think it tastes all right.
It's not faulted, really.
I'll go with 65 also. I like 65.
All right.
That seems like it makes sense.
50 is kind of my I won't buy this again.
Do you want to enter in your own, or do you want me to enter for you?
Oh, did you share?
Yeah, I did. I did, in fact.
Give me 1 second here.
I entered in your score for that one.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to beer number 2.
Or Numero dos.
God damn it.
This one has some bubbles rising up out of the.
This one has a head, so that's a win over the last one.
Right.
Don't forget, we got to say beer number 2 so I can put in the edit thing and all that. So.
I just did.
I know, but just make sure it's clear. So
Numero
we're not
dos.
talking over one another.
Numero
That's all.
dos.
Beer number
Dos, dos, dos.
2.
Dos, 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 dos.
Dos, 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 y dos, 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 dos. Beer number 2. Again, a little bit more color than the last one. It's got head. There's actual bubbles sticking to the glass, so this one's carbonated. That's a win.
Crystal clear.
Yeah, no floaties or anything. Very, very clear.
Crystalline. Wow. Look how pretty that is.
A little bit less nose than the last one, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same profile, but there's not as much there.
Yeah, I'm picking up some like record store sort of like vinyl-y notes.
Yeah, it's
On
a
the
little,
nose.
a little more plasticky, I think.
Plasticky, yeah.
Let's try this one.
Still smells good though.
So I just drank this.
So I just put this in my mouth.
This one's a little bit cornier, I think. It has a little bit more of that corn thing, right?
It's got more body.
Yeah, there's more body to it, but I don't know. There's something in the flavor that hits my palate wrong.
Really?
Not in a bad, like, these are all going to be fairly subtle beers, I think, but
Yeah.
this is
We're
just,
doing a flight of 17 really light beers.
Yeah.
16.
it just,
It seems like a weird hop choice.
yeah, just a little bit off. Like, it's like the profile's there, but it's like it just misses the mark for me. I don't know.
I think this is going to be tough for me because I think a lot of these are just going to taste very similar to one another. And the Pill Showdown, I went in with the same attitude, but I think that you can make that beer in so many different ways, you know, because it's more of a hoppy forward beer.
Yeah,
What's up?
I think with these, this is much more of an industrialized style, you know, and so like you said, the differences I think are going to be a lot more subtle.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm wondering how like the craft Mexican lagers are going to stack up next to the actual Mexican lagers.
For sure.
You know, see how much of a difference there is.
Yeah, one thing I always look for with Mexican beers, like on the nose, there's some the yeast character really stands it apart from like a Coors Banquet or something.
Yeah. For me, I generally get like a little bit of a breadier malt backbone out of Mexican beer than I do out of an American light lager.
I think someone
So-
said biscuity on the first one.
Yeah.
And this one, it doesn't have, it's a different type of malt feel on the flavor.
And this will be one of those things that might embarrass me later because this turns out to be like the benchmark for the style. But to me, it feels like an emulation of the style not being done as well, you know?
I agree. I think it's a little aggressively hopped for the style.
Yeah.
There's something like this style should be chuggable and effortless.
I'm grading according to taste, not to style. So I give this a 69 just because for me, it was very similar to the first one, but it actually had some more carbonation. And it was
the unscientificness of how we grade is the beauty of this whole thing. I think I know which beer this is.
And we're all subjective, right?
Yep.
So Greg, score on that beer number 2.
I give it a little bit of a higher score than the first one. Let me go 69
Oh, that's what I give
because
it.
it put its ass in my face.
There we go.
Okay. So beer number 2 in the dumper. It's been drank, and we are bringing up beer numero tres.
Which looks like a Vienna lager.
Beer number 3. So beer number 3, yeah, it is much darker than the beers we've had so far.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Negra
Notably.
Modelo one of these or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't try to include Vienna lagers in here.
Okay.
These are all light side.
Here you go, Mr. Matt.
Not the dark side.
Join us on the dark side.
Yeah, this is like a deep gold.
Something
Not
dark
quite amber,
beer,
but it's
something.
Yeah, when it's in the tulip and not in a scientific measuring cup, it does take on a bit of a lighter character. It's golden, very like it's not
a deep gold.
Yeah,
A tarnished gold.
it's somewhere. It's kind of a half step between like the traditional Mexican cerveza light beer and Vienna lager, you know, like the Negro style. It's not fully into like the dark amber. I don't know if I'd call this an amber in color.
No.
It's
Deep gold.
It's
But
pretty.
it's
It's
like,
pretty. It's
again-
on the border. Yeah.
But it's close enough that you consider it.
It's not lightly colored. It's not all Pilsner malt in there.
This has a big bready nose to it that I like.
This one I get some like latex paint notes.
Huh. I definitely don't
Like,
get latex.
I've been painting my kitchen for the past few days. Maybe there's some paint stuck in my nostril. I don't know. But that's traditionally could be an acetaldehyde.
I get the biscuity thing on this more than I did on the first one.
Yeah, this one has a big biscuity bread
Yeah,
kind of
it's nice.
flavor. Really robust. Again, I think I know which beer this is.
A lot more carbonation too.
But
Almost prickly.
I don't want to guess on the show. I like keeping it blind.
Yeah, there's no way I could guess. I mean, maybe one beer because I had it, yesterday, but there's no way I could pin any of these beers down to
This is pretty thin too. It's watery.
It's
almost.
as much body as I want in this kind of beer, I think. I don't know, like overall, this beer, it hits a spot pretty well for me. I give it 87.
Yeah, I really like the aroma on this. It's that biscuit thing with that nice lager character. I don't get any. You said latex? I don't get latex at all.
Some sort of weird chemically aroma on mine.
Maybe a chemically thing, but not. It's not.
I don't know.
It smells fine to me.
But I think it's a little watery too. It kind of reminds me of like Pellegrino in a way, as far as the high carbonation, and seems kind of watery. It's pleasant though. I think this is more like I don't want to guess. I give this one 2 X's.
No, that was solid though. That's definitely my high score so far. Well, the other twos I gave 60s. I gave a 65 and a 60 free for the second one.
I'll give this a 72.
I don't like something about the flavor on this. I don't know.
It's just lacking something. It needs more of a backbone. It's just kind of
Well,
I'm going to go with a 70 on this.
wow, I liked it that much more than you guys, huh?
You sure did.
John,
Yeah, the aroma just wasn't right.
wrote Greg.
Sorry about that.
Are you doing my score, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's hard to do on my phone.
All right. Beer number 3 in the books is taking an early lead. So let's move on to beer number 4.
Cuatro.
4 Brewers, Illuminati confirmed.
What happened on the C? C for Catwoman.
Now this one is like lighter than light. It's as light as malt gets.
It's light. It does have like a nice fluffy head that's lingering, which the other beers, the head's dissipated pretty quickly.
Yeah, it dissipates. If you swirl it around your glass, it's not sticking or anything. But
I think that would be kind of indicative to the style too. I mean, you're not going to get like an Orvalian type head on any of these.
if you did, you'd be like, my beer's infected.
Yeah, something's wrong.
It's got yeast rafts.
I'm also going to coin the term Orvalian.
It's like Orwellian.
Oh man, this is nice.
We're living in an Orwellian dystopia.
Orvalian dystopia, exactly. I love it.
This is hitting me in the happy feels here.
It's like you get a job at a new brewery and it's just nothing but wild yeast everywhere, and you're just like, this is an Orwellian dystopia.
All of these are Brett infected.
This comes off like a bready, grainy kind of aroma. Not so much with those typical lager, like Mexican lager characteristics as the first 3, but
This one actually, yeah.
To me,
Actually get some.
I think it's right in kind of the wheelhouse of what I expect.
This actually gets some noble hop character on the nose. A little bit of herbal
yeah, there you
thing
go.
hitting with there's some graininess.
Herbal's a good note. It does have that like grainy, like kind of corny, but not as much
Pilsnery.
of the bread that you get. A little bit more corn, which is traditional to the style too. Like, the Mexican lagers are just kind of a weird hybridization of like American light lagers and German lagers.
Yeah, it's like halfway between like an American light lager and a Helles.
And which somebody online was arguing how Mexican lager shouldn't even be called a style, and I was like, go fuck yourself. Like,
I agree. They should.
That's incredibly dismissive.
Yeah,
like, and
it's been brewed for over 100 years,
and they're like, they're just German beers being re-brewed. I'm like, no, they're not. They've try a Spaten lager and next to a fucking Corona and tell me it's the same goddamn beer.
Yeah, seriously.
You know.
It's just same thing. Try a Corona next to a Bud Light and say they're the same beer. They're
Exactly.
not.
Yeah. It's its own distinct
Yeah,
style.
like I think it was Prince Maximilian or something like that in the 1800s. Moved to Mexico, and he brought his brewers with him, and they started brewing beer in Mexico, and that's kind of how the style was born. Since then, I think it's evolved a lot.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting that Mexican beer is one of the biggest selling, biggest growing categories in the U.S. When they talk about like what's taking volume away from stuff like Bud Light, if you look, it's import beer
For sure.
which in a very large way is stuff like Corona and these beers. And I think when craft beer as a business is talked about, people overlook Mexican beer entirely. Like it's not even considered part of the conversation, but it's like, I think Corona alone does more volume than like craft beer
Worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in England or Ireland, you can get fucking Coronas. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like I
right.
said, I want to
crazy.
say Corona's volume is like as much as most of craft beer on it, just them, that brewery.
All right.
It's a huge chunk of the beer market.
Score?
But this beer, it's mostly there, and like something about it just doesn't hit me right.
I gave it a 90. I like it.
I'm going 100.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
This is like would drink.
Yeah.
Would drink on a daily.
There's an aftertaste on it that throws me off a little bit, but otherwise I'm into it. I'm going to give it an 80.
I think lager yeast. Some of those like lagers, they have like that weird like something that sticks on your palate.
All right, beer number
Like
4.
they don't finish clean, I guess.
There's something left over.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
can
like,
see that.
it's
Yeah.
still
That's why it
lingering. Like I
pairs good
have,
with food.
in fact, there may be a little hint of skunkiness on that beer, because it's like on my breath. Like I can taste that beer still.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I dropped it down. Like I'm not scoring it as high as you guys did.
All right.
Because I'm my own man. I'm
I like
not just a
brewers.
4 brewer. I am also a man. A man with opinions.
Brown man.
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Beer number 4, taking
Snack pack.
the lead in a commanding way with a 90 overall score.
Wow.
We like that beer
Greg and John liked it more than I did. But
because he's a man.
so, man. All right, so beer number 5 coming at you. Number 5
Staying alive.
is alive.
Cinco.
Numero 5.
Cinco,
Hey,
cinco,
Jason, I
seis,
just sent you a
cinco,
request
cinco,
from another
cinco.
email address to access that.
All right, yeah.
If you could.
Buenos
approve
noches.
me.
There you go, my friend.
Buenos tardes.
Mi amigo.
Let's see. All of the words we know in Spanish.
Biblioteca.
¿Dónde está de
Entonces,
biblioteca?
entonces.
Chisme. That's my favorite. Chisme. It's gossip.
Sí, sí pueda.
Culo.
Just words we know from Sublime songs. Worth noting, Matt had like a outraged response to the Sublime beer.
Fuck Sublime. Sublime fucking sucks.
I mean, I'm kind of over them because I'm not a college kid in the 90s, but like...
Sublime is like the favorite band of every like asshole that ever beat me up in middle school.
yeah.
You know?
When you grab a hold of me, tell me
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan.
set free.
Are you?
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like that song.
That's a good
I
song.
like Badfish a lot.
living in
But then,
Southern
but then
California...
there's also that song about the 14-year-old whore that he kind of feels bad for, but he fucks her anyways.
Yeah, well, but he does say that it was the wrong way.
Then there's another song about he finds out his girl is cheating on her, and so he hits her. Hooray!
Yeah.
All right, Bradley Knoll.
Well, he's dead.
He is.
Yeah. Rip.
He died in the 90s.
So
Just like
anyways,
music.
I'm not much of a fan.
All right. Beer number 5.
Beer number 5. Beer number 5, you guys.
Beer number 5 is actually from Slightly Stupid, so...
Beer number 5 is the Fishbone signature beer.
This is tough for me, man.
There's not
one's-
much of a nose on this beer. It's got a little bit of that... It smells like cheap beer.
It's metallic-y.
Yeah, yeah.
So you smell this beer and in your mind it's like down, 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 down.
I smell this beer and it's like, so be it! Set on the score!
That's a deep cut.
One of the more underrated Metallica songs is a deep cut. Well done.
No step on Sneck. That's going to be my new viral video. I'm going to make cover of Don't Tread on Me, just no step on Sneck.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one of these Mexican lagers that is fully crushable, pretty watery. It's got a little bit of malt character, a little kick of yeast character, not much
This
hop
tastes
wise.
like cheap beer. This has that cloying, kind of sweet aftertaste that you get from bad cheap beer.
Yeah,
and
It needs a lime.
I wonder if your and my experience with the cheap beer corner is like giving us kind of an advantage.
yeah,
in this,
yeah, we review this
you
kind
know?
of beer
Yeah,
all the time.
we do this a lot.
I think this is the most highly carbed of the beers so far.
Yeah, it's also got like the foam's actually sticking to the side of my glass, it's hanging out a little bit.
Yeah.
But just that cloying aftertaste, this is probably my least favorite one so far.
This one needs a lime.
Yeah, like it's made to have another flavor in it. I'm giving this guy a 60.
It finishes heavy. You know, like I could still drink it. Like I could crush this, but it's not as clean and light finishing as I would like it to be, I guess.
Yeah, I'll give it a 65.
At the 65.
So far the first beer was my least favorite. This is not a 65 because I gave the first beer a 65. I'm going to go with a 70. Why not?
Yeah, that metallic-y thing, though, was kind of...
Yeah. Just like I think what I'm describing as cloying you're getting is metallic. That lingering kind of
It's an irony. It's like if you have a bloody nose and you taste blood in your throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I can totally,
That's what I got. Just a note.
As a
Not
person who gets bloody noses all the
Greg
time.
did snort
Really?
that beer though. So
Yeah, I did shove it up my nostrils, which is pretty easy to do because I have a big nose.
he took a bit of the aluminum can, rolled it into a tiny straw, and
Greg Nasal over here.
oh,
I didn't hear that 200 times when I was a kid. Hey, Greg Nasal.
John Poser.
Matt Pecker.
Jason hairy ass. Why is that one funniest? You guys are fucking assholes.
So,
Yeah,
think of
I
that.
figured Matt Pecker would be the best out of all of them.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing that we all like
Have our own,
had
yeah.
it like right there.
Immediately, yeah.
So
Yeah, but
Jason Harris.
yeah.
Well, we got beer number 6.
I think mine was the least offensive, by the way. John Poser. It's like, okay, well,
True.
that's just a judgment call.
Beer number 6 on deck. Number 5 coming in weak. So 6 is here. Maybe it'll be better.
It's
I don't know.
very, very lightly colored,
I'm fucking announcing this whole thing.
covered in a dusting of
Right on.
Beer number 6.
dogs going
Thank you,
crazy.
Betty.
The dogs are barking in the background like Sublime.
Apparently, Yvonne ordered everything from Amazon. And had it delivered today.
We've had a USPS truck. Now the actual mailman came up. Now and then a
Pizza
actual
guy.
Amazon
Amazon
delivery
delivery
guy.
driver.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have separate bank accounts.
The head on this beer dissipated pretty quick. It's kind of just hanging around the corners.
This smells skunky to me.
This is light on the light side, even for what we're doing here.
It's very light. Smells like roasted pumpkin seeds a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little. I can get a little skunk, but not a lot. Like I said, I'm hoping we avoided most of that. Outside of a couple beers, we can get rid of that skunky funk.
It kind of burns.
Sweet skunk funk.
I do not like the aroma on this at all.
Yeah, this one's kind of farty.
Yeah, I get a little
Sulfury.
bit of, I get sulfur too, yeah.
It's got a real. This one
Oh
is,
God, it's sweet.
rings to me as metallic, and then there's like a harsh finish.
Oh God.
John's not into this one at all.
Dude, this is my
rough.
new low.
Beer number 6, yeah, just it's not right. It's not right. It's not where I want it to be.
It's got no hop character at all.
No, it's also the flavor that's outside of the off flavors. Those are the only flavors. Like it's just kind of absent. I 45, man. This beer fucking.
Yeah.
I gave it a 40.
I mean,
No.
there's not much to hide behind in these beers, and any little flaw is going to be like, boom, magnifying glass.
That was
Yeah.
gross. Oh God.
Yeah. Beer number 6, fucking new low.
Woof.
Woof. Woof of Wall Street.
Greg, score?
I'll give that one a 59. Did not care for.
Back in the summer of 59.
You like that one better than number 1?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Beer number 1 was like, had nothing. There was no carbonation. At least that one was carbed.
But it had so many flaws.
Yeah, but seemed kind of familiar.
No one knew. No one
Familiar.
cared due to all of his flaws.
Seemed kind of familiar.
All right.
You get my drift?
I get it.
LMAO.
I still have the Pacifico up there. It's going on, 7 years old now?
Oh, wow.
The Baena?
Bayalon.
Did
That's from...
Brewery Rex guys bring that over or what?
No, that's from Brad Kohlenberg.
Oh.
When he went to Mexico, he brought that back as a gift.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That bottle style is the same one I brought here. It's the Pacifico Whale.
No, I think yours is squattier. It's
Maybe.
not the Bayalon or whatever it is, the balloon.
It's a squatty
Let the
potty.
rhythm take you over by our own. Oh no, that's different.
The fuck?
Enrique fucking Iglesias came into this.
Of course it did.
Oh.
That wasn't actually Bailamos was Ricky Martin, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Isn't
Really?
it like that's dance? Not Bayalon. It's
Bailamos.
Yeah, I know.
That's-
He
It was a
was
joke.
a play on
that,
words.
that
Oh!
was the joke.
Aha.
I get the
That
joke.
was the joke.
Mac can be your hero, baby. You can take our breath away.
This is beer number what?
That'll be the. This is beer number 7.
10 more to go, guys.
Bailamos was indeed Enrique Iglesias.
Beer numero.
This beer is so Despacito.
Siete. Yeah, fuck.
The Despacito.
Oh, I knew Despacito had to come out.
I heard a clip of that fucker, and like the crowd is chanting Despacito, and he's like, "I don't do Despacito, guys. I can't sing it. I can't do that one live, guys."
Yeah, he doesn't know it.
Like, yeah, he doesn't actually know how to speak it.
That's because in Europe one time he like attempted to do it and he was like Despacito. I don't know the lyrics, so I'll say burrito. I don't know the lyrics, so I'll say taquito. Like he literally did that.
Yeah.
Do you know that's the first Spanish language song to break the top 10 billboards since the Macarena?
Yep.
Good
for them.
company.
Majority,
company.
majority Spanish song. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that song plus one of the best selling singles of all time.
corn.
Very corny.
Since more of a hi-hat than a ride. Ring around the rosy.
That was good.
Tastes corny too.
Smells like do you guys know what Huitlacoche is?
No.
It's,
Sounds dirty.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, Craig.
look it up. It's corn smut. Corn smut is it's something it's a fungus that grows on corn, and it's kind of a delicacy in Mexican restaurants. And
I had no idea.
When I heard corn smut, I was thinking something completely
smut.
different.
this has some Huitlacoche on the nose.
Keep it on the cob and just go at it.
It's delicious. It's like corn mushrooms.
Ooh. Ooh, no.
Ooh, what happened?
Oh, no. It's kind of a... His beard's turning me into Robin Williams.
It's kind of like acidic and astringent too. It's
I'm getting green apple.
yeah.
Is what I'm getting off this beer.
Woof.
Now that you mention
It's kind of watery too.
Now that you mention that, yeah.
Ooh.
It's kind of there on the nose too.
Oh no.
This one...
I get some cinnamon on the flavor too, on the finish.
We're
Yeah,
getting...
right?
There's a lot of weird flavors, and none of them should be there.
This finish is ultra dry too.
I feel like the core of the beer is okay, but then it just like it fucking got tainted by the dark side.
Now that you mention that apple on the nose, like
Apples and cinnamon.
the corn kind of got out of the way, and that apple is a little more. Yeah.
What do you give it?
Well, I mean, I just
This is one better than the last beer. It's 46.
Whew. This
What do you
one's
give
rough.
it, Greg?
I don't care for it whatsoever. I'm going to go 52. I still like it better than the first beer.
again that appley, astringent, dry
Yeah.
finish. It's just weird.
Just just not rocking, you know? Just not.
Not rocking like
I
docking.
mean, I'll go with a 50. It's damn it.
Avoid this beer.
Sorry, I don't know how to use a spreadsheet apparently.
Avoid the Noid.
There's a speaking of Mexican beer, there's a brewery opening up in Anaheim that's just doing Mexican lager as their only beer that they're going to make.
Why?
Yeah, what's
I don't know.
Are they going to have a place? Or?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's going to be a tasting room. They have a Mexican restaurant in Anaheim as well, called Urbana.
I feel like they're just wasting a brewery just by making one beer.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll probably have
That's
to branch
true,
out at some
though.
point.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's trumer.
Cheer.
It's not just true. It's trumer. So beer number 7 in the books, not a great one. Not in love
Swing
with
and a
it.
miss.
So moving on to beer number 8.
Ocho.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
Beer number 8, the Ocho. Did you see ESPN2 did a thing where they turned it into the Ocho for a day?
No.
Or I think maybe it was a streaming thing. They did it was all ESPN doing weird sports. They turned it into the Ocho.
They have bullfights?
Like trampoline dodgeball and like just weird shit like that.
Oh. Pour me some beer, SA.
Oh yeah.
So this has
Vato?
quite the fluffy head on it, I will say.
Quite the fluffy
Even
head.
for the second pour that Jason got, it's still a
Oh yeah.
fluffy head.
Yeah, this one's real.
Wow.
Greg's got the fluff.
How do you say wow in Spanish? Oh, wow.
El wow. Dios mío.
El wow. God.
El wow.
Let's watch a
That's Owen Wilson on a fucking
watch
telenovela.
let's watch an Owen Wilson movie and put it on the Spanish. Oh wow.
Again.
Owen Wilson finds out that his dead father is actually his brother. El wow.
Yeah.
Mi hermano.
El wow.
El wow.
Mi hermano. El wow.
Oh man.
Big corn again.
It's like big
In the
ag.
pocket of big corn.
Big corn.
Big corn.
This one definitely smells like corn. That's what I'm getting off it.
It's got the corn funk, man. Corn and funky yeast. Not much hop character.
Corn funk, like when it's like boom, 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 boom.
I don't mind it. I mean, I kind of like it, actually.
Ooh, wow. That flavor has some over extracted malt.
Yeah, it's tannic.
Monitor your
Think.
pH, motherfuckers.
Oh man. It's got that. It tastes like old malt.
Okay, I think I know which beer this is.
This tastes a little dusty.
Yeah. Earthy.
Yeah. It's not as off-putting as the off flavors in the last two beers.
For me, I just
but it is
gargle.
there. It's not great.
Reminds me of that mousy like ATHP thing. But I mean, it's not Brett.
Pineapple bread.
For me, it's all corn. It's just so much corn. It's got a kind of a thick mouthfeel. It doesn't finish too dry, but I still like it. I mean, it's not
Did I ever tell you guys,
definitely not to style.
Did I ever tell you guys about how I was arguing on the internet one time and I tried to do a lot of research as to whether or not it is actually cheaper to buy corn than it is to buy barley malt?
Okay.
I didn't really come up with a definitive answer, but I couldn't find a clear instance that it was cheaper. I was like,
Maybe in mass quantity, it's cheaper, you know?
I don't know. Well, that's the common argument, though, right? Is that they switched to putting corn in beers to make it cheaper. And I was like, I think it
How
might
much is it?
actually
Yeah.
be more expensive.
Or
Maybe
it
it's
might be an efficiency thing, you know? It's easier to work with kind of thing.
cooking it.
Well, according to my research, when they did it originally, it was just a necessity thing.
Okay.
It's because 6-row barley didn't make clear light beer, and they tried to make clear light beer, and it didn't work, so they used
Add rice and
adjuncts.
corn.
Speaking of
These
6
rice and
row,
corn,
has
yeah.
anyone ever used a 6 row in a homebrew?
I have. It didn't.
For what?
I tried to make like a dry hopped light lager.
Just
kind of beer.
you got 6 row just for shits and giggles
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Didn't really notice anything different about it, to be honest with you.
Which beer number is this?
Number 9?
Beer numero
Number 9?
10. No, that's 10.
Siete. No, oh,
Nueve.
nueve.
No,
Nueve. None of us speak Spanish.
Look at us white guys.
Oh, there's so many Spanish speakers at home, like fucking four brewers.
Smacking their heads.
Stay in your fucking lanes, you shitheads.
Seriously.
You fucking dickheads.
Yeah, fuck us. Greg, what did you give number 8? Your score isn't on here.
What did I give it? I didn't care for that whatsoever. I'm going 52.
Ooh, that's the same thing you gave beer number 7.
Yeah, still better than beer number 1 though.
All right.
Beer number 9. This one again has a nice foamy head on it.
Ultra clear, not much bubbles.
A little bit more
happening.
color than some of the beers. It's a little bit more golden in color than a lot of these that were coming in just super light.
Very light on the nose.
Yeah, there's not much to this one
Just
on the
a
nose.
hint of corn, I get.
Yeah, like a hint of. I get like a malt, not like a corny.
Yeah.
but-
Okay, a malt.
Yeah, like a malty, a little light malt.
It has a malt.
But it's got like a
Just the
fruity
one.
kind of lager aroma to it.
Just the one malt, actually.
This one has a tinge of like acetone or ethyl acetate or something like
This
that.
smells like a macro beer. I don't know, you know.
I don't know.
Smells like macaroni and cheese. No, it doesn't. That'd be awesome.
Macaroni.
Oh yeah, this is like I've had this beer a million times probably.
This is just light. It's just there's a little bit of like a bready malt character. The finish is clean.
It's very dry.
It's super drinkable.
It's like water almost, you know.
Yeah, but like where beer 1 was watery, this one
I don't mean watery.
Yeah.
It's drinkable like water.
yeah, it's refreshing like drinking water as opposed to tasting like a watery version of something that we wanted.
Yeah.
This one is doing really good. I think
I appreciate this one.
I could go for a little bit more robust of a flavor, I suppose, but I don't give this one a 85.
I was gonna say 85 too.
Going with 75.
Yeah, this has some familiarity to it. Maybe that's swaying my vote a little bit, but
It's well done though, for sure. This is like a good reference for the style, I think, of it's hitting where we want it to.
crackery and it's bone dry. Got some nice carbonation. Not much happening on the nose, hop wise. It's kind of like just real easy to drink.
I think I might want to change my score. Maybe I'll make it.
Mm.
See, the last one was really corny, and I gave it a 77. This one is not nearly as corny. But you're right. It's all right.
Follow your heart,
I'm
John.
going 80. I'll kick it up 5 points. How about that?
I'll make it 5.
That's probably like number 2 in there.
Yeah, it is. It's currently second place. Beer number 9, coming out hard. I'm really curious how this is going to go. We haven't had. I can guarantee we haven't had the epic beer yet, but again, it has lime and salt in it. I
hope
think
he saves that for last.
that'd be fucking hilarious if we already had it. We didn't catch it. It's just like,
I think that's going to stand out.
The
quite a
4
bit.
brewers didn't call out the notes of lime in the beer with lime in it.
Please save that one for last, Matt.
He's trying to keep a straight face. Just look at him.
I have a terrible poker face.
Just look at them.
Just look at that punum.
Look at him.
Look at him. My wife does that all the time.
God,
Look at
what is
this.
that? What is that from?
Look at it.
Look at him.
Look at
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Beer number
loves
10
it. He
is
loves
where
it.
we're at right now. Beer 10?
Beer 10.
Like, say 10.
Say 10?
Say
Wow,
10.
nice fluffy head on this guy.
Hail Satan.
You know, when I watch that show Hot Ones and they get vegan wings, they get them from the Church of Satan.
Nice.
So that's a place that gives them their vegan wings.
Cool.
Church of Satan. It's
That's
a fun
dope.
name.
Do they?
It
I've never
is.
seen the show. Do they like those wings?
It's just if the guest comes on and they request it, they get vegan wings.
Oh, so it's just like a vehicle for the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I mean, I think Russell Brand liked them just fine.
Which it seems like almost a 50-50. Like, every time I watch it, there's like half the guests do meat and half don't. So
Yeah, Colbert did the vegetarian or the vegan wings, weirdly.
I think that just for TV, that's a little bit
Honestly,
easier to...
vegan chicken is pretty. I mean, if you get like actual hot wings where it's meat on the bone, you're not going to get that from vegan stuff. But like for chicken tenders kind of thing, they're pretty close.
Chicken tendies.
They're fine.
By
They're good.
Good bite points.
Big chicken nookies.
Which beer number is this?
Beer number 10.
Beer number 10.
Beer
Infuse the power of
Diaz.
Kappa.
All right, after this, I don't know what 11 is in fucking Espanol. I'm just going to get a fucking translator. I don't know.
Unce.
This one's super light. It's got
You
like
don't say.
a tiny little thin marine layer of head that just hangs
It's
out.
a dusting, yeah. It's pretty frothy. Very,
but,
very light.
but yeah, even in this field, this is one of the lighter ones.
Oh, On the nose, nothing to complain about.
Yep, I like it.
There's not much on the nose. There's like a tiny bit of a hop character, I guess, but
Very soft, very subtle. A little bit of a grainy kick to it, but not much. No off flavors.
the mouthfeel on this is very soft.
Mm-hmm. It could use a kick in the carbonation pants, but
Yeah, I think it could.
I feel
could
like
stand.
most of these could. I don't know. Maybe
This is
that's
pretty
the
dead in the
style,
carbonation.
though.
Also, maybe because we've kind of poured and repoured them a little bit, that
Yeah,
can't
that's
help.
true. Yeah.
But
but yeah, this is pretty dead. It's almost flat. But I think overall, I think this would be up there on the score wise.
this is a really like the mouthfeel on this is really what gets it. Like it sits in your palate in a really gentle way and doesn't. The flavor is kind of mellow. It's kind of mild. Again, I would maybe appreciate something a little bit more robust with maybe like a little bit more of a malt backbone. But otherwise, this is just super drinkable.
Crushable.
Drinkable. Yeah, that's what this is.
I'm gonna go 86 on mine.
I went 85.
Not too shabby.
You can go 82. I liked it. I don't know if I loved it. He loves it.
Look at him.
Loves it.
Look at him.
All right,
Look at
so 9 and 10 both scoring pretty high. Let's go to beer number 11. Maybe we're just drunk and we love everything now. Beer 11.
Going to heaven.
Beer 11 was when John was testing out his drone and he flew it into the tower of my beer cellar and knocked the whole thing down. It was my beer 11.
Jesus Christ.
That was an inside job.
That
wasn't
actually happened.
No. Beer 11 was an inside job. Drone fuel can't melt steel reserve.
Wow. Oh, God. Never forget. That was gold. That was gold. This Despacito there.
Oh, man.
It's another clear beer with some,
Clear and light.
reference point.
This one, very light. Has a little bit foamy overhead. The foam is like hanging around the glass, too. It's leaving a nice little coating of it.
That aroma is very herbal.
Smells almost like a craft version.
Yeah, there's much more hop character on this than any beer.
There is a hop character. The last
Yeah.
3 had nothing.
It's actual identifiable
Yeah.
hop character, yeah.
It smells good. This is nice.
This is nice, yeah. It's like notes of honey malt, or
It's got like
something.
a nice, like honey on bread kind of
yeah,
thing.
for sure, man. This is nice.
But again, Greg, I like the herbal is a good note for this. I think there's an herbal character to it.
Herbals in your mouth.
This is just, this smells good.
Tastes great too. Honey biscuits, baby.
Yeah, the honey character is definitely pronounced in this one. It's interesting. It's sweet. It's very it's like a
Sweet malt.
like Golden Grams almost.
That's a good call.
Or what was that cereal with the bears? The honey bears,
Shit. Golden Grams and, oh my God.
Bear turds? I don't know.
Either way, you guys get it.
Bear things. Bear necessities.
This is good. As I've been saying, I wish these beers had a more robust flavor. I'm like, this one's almost a little bit much.
Yeah. It's kind of perfumey in a way too.
Yeah.
Golden Crisp?
Yeah, I think that might be the one with the bears.
Breakfast Bears?
Yeah.
That's another one.
I'm going 95 on this.
Greg going to 95. Loving it.
Yeah, Golden
Very
Crisp
drinkable.
has the bear on it that looks high.
Like McDonald's, Greg is da-da-da-da-da. He's loving it.
I would drink
Loving
that.
it.
That one is good. Just
It was aggressive.
if I order a Mexican lager, that beer, I don't know if that's exactly what I expected. And I think I docked it a little for that, but I gave it an 80.
Yeah. I didn't find any flaws in it. It was nice. Good carbonation. Some hop character. Some herps.
It had excellent harp character.
Dum, 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 dum.
Harp the Irish beer.
Yeah, exactly.
That beer is high as fuck.
The Herald Angels sing. I don't know.
The super sugar golden crisp. That
Right.
beer is high as fuck, man.
He looks high.
He's so high.
He's like, dude.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Look at this big
Look
old
at
pile.
that guys are here today.
I think it's like, you guys, you want some cereal?
I got some honey.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you guys were sleeping here. You hungry? I think you got some cereal or...
Hey, so I made some of this last night. You
What-
want some?
When I was a kid, it was called Super Sugar Crisps, I think.
Pretty good.
They had to change the names because
On the note of high food, have you seen Jack in the Box's line of
Burgers?
high-themed food?
It's so
Oh,
fucking
man.
gross.
The
stupid.
munchie meals?
It's so fucking gross.
Stoner
That's
meals.
real?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
a
real.
real thing.
Yeah, it's
And
real.
it's seriously like stoner combinations of shit. Like,
I mean,
Wow.
I understand mixing regular fries and curly fries. That is genius. Everything else, I cannot support. As a stoner, I cannot get behind this thing.
you're like, there's
Giving
already
us,
a place
giving us
doing,
stoners a bad name.
There's already a place doing stoner meals, and we call it Taco Bell. Everything Taco Bell comes out with is just like some guy who's high is like, what if we put a taco inside a chalupa, man?
Dude, we should make a taco. Only it's a Dorito.
Well, you mean like
that, you guys?
You mean it's all chips? Like chips in it?
Why don't they make Dorito
Imagine-
nachos? You know? That just seems like a thing Taco Bell should make.
Let's go. Yeah, seriously.
Right?
They,
It's just-
they must have like tested it and found out like the chips got too soggy or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's go to the lava tubes later, bro.
It's not a cave, man. It's a totally different geological formation.
Tube, bro.
This look like a cave to you, bro.
Tubular.
I wish
you gotta open your eyes, dog.
I wish that was the fucking park rangers. Like, does this look like a fucking cave to you, bro? They were not nearly. You would think that with some of the people I met in Oregon, but they were very professional, middle-aged park rangers.
The whole like, yes, motherfucker, you do look Chinese.
What's your beer
Dave
number?
Chappelle. We're Dave Chappelle.
Oh, we're on beer 12.
Beer number
Beer
12.
12.
Beer 12.
When I was 12, I had a beer.
It smells like tobacco.
That's a good pull, actually.
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
God, it reminds me of my dentist office.
I don't know where that comes. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that.
It does have an antiseptic thing. I can.
Yeah.
I feel you, Greg.
Antiseptic tobacco.
It's kind of antiseptic-y. Kind of medicinal on the nose. Not really happening on the nose, that's for sure. When a beer reminds you of your dentist office, all you can think of is and then like smoke coming out of your mouth.
There's a real unpleasant taste on that, like the finish on it. It's like lingering in my mouth too. It's like
This tastes like it's from south of the border, though.
I don't know, man. It tastes like it got smuggled over here in a fucking Coyote's box truck.
It's a little bit metallic on the finish. Not the best beer in the world.
It's not like it's not super aggressively bad, but it's just not good.
Yeah, it's not the worst one we've had, but it's
So middle of the road. It needs a lime, dude. That's the problem.
I
with
will
this.
say I'm glad we're almost done.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm going 72. I don't hate it.
I gave that a 56. Just I don't know, man. It tastes like maybe that was a packaging one because it tastes almost like it's gone bad.
It's got some skunky on it.
That being
on the
said,
finish.
none of these have had the normal level of skunk I'd get out of like a clear Corona bottle.
Yeah. Those ones are striking.
Because they're light struck. I get it. You've been light struck.
Oh, number 13.
waiting for Matt.
Oh,
Just waiting for Matt.
Whoa.
Waiting.
Give him the beer. Don't give him the beer. Whoa.
G.I. Joe.
Hey, look at the telephone wire. Let's launch over it. Body massage.
What's bottom massage? Mr. Bottom Machine, bottom massage machine, go.
Oh my god,
Body massage.
this is offensively horrible on the nose.
Offensively.
It smells
You know,
like
if you're in Canada, it'd be
coriander.
God, it smells like crap.
Oh, Jesus. Talk about the sweet skunky funk.
Jesus Christ.
It
smells
You
like
guys,
bike
you guys weren't
tires.
kidding.
Is
Oh my God.
coriander a fucking? Is that a weird nose note to get? Because I feel like I'm getting coriander.
I gave it a 0.
This is
Wow.
smell.
I don't
I think
want to
that's-
drink it.
I think that's the lowest score in Showdown Throwdown
I
history.
mean, it's the lowest score possible. I
All
give
right.
this
doesn't get any lower. You can't get any lower.
can't pull over anymore, man.
we drink a lot of beers during 4 Brewers recording sessions, and I'm not going to waste my liver on that beer. No
Oh, Jesus
fucking way.
Christ. It smells like bike tire and skunk.
Oh God. Jason's reaction says it all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Apparently, he just came out of a Japanese movie.
Japanese massage parlor, more like it.
I was the guy at the end of Big Trouble in Little
man.
China when he just starts inflating for no reason.
So, Jason,
This is offensive,
since you
man.
tasted it.
Wolf.
Greg fucking nailed it. It's bike tires and skunk.
Yeah.
It's like you hit a skunk with your bike.
I mean, how could you give it? I mean, okay, it's a liquid and it's carbonated, so I
refreshing
guess you
whatsoever.
can give it some points for that. But it's a horrible beer.
That's not even good for free beer.
Yeah, I like if I got that, I'd be like, I'll just drink water.
Mm-hmm.
1. Giving it a 1.
Greg, I'll give it a 70.
Greg's like 76.
I'll give it a 0.75.
Okay.
Like if I was like wandering through the desert and I was super thirsty, I might drink that. That's about it. That's some shitty beer.
If you're fucking Bear Grylls, you may drink that over your own
Yeah.
piss.
Yeah, I got to rinse after that one.
Yeah, if you're a brewery and you made that beer, just stop. Just go out of business. Good
It's
Christ.
a brewery we know. Like, oh no.
Oh, that was offensive.
Oh man.
I mean, bike tires? Come on, bro.
Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, how do you fuck up your fermentation that bad?
Well, let's hope beer 14 is an improvement because we've been on a downward trend since 11.
We have.
Since the highs of beer number 11 with an 88, the 4 Brewers scores have been on a sharply downward trend.
Goes from 88 to 60, 62
Well,
to
look at the-
0.58.
0.58.
That's so good.
There's like a fucking, there's an anchovy in it. Like, what?
That might make it better.
The last one, Matt, was 0.58.
That's the score. Total score 0.58.
Nice.
I gave it 0.5 just for being a liquid.
Beer 14 on deck, hoping to pull the beer out of its nosedive.
Oh, I don't know. I get some of that skunky funk.
Sweet skunk and funk.
We want fun.
We ain't gonna work.
Wow.
That soul sucking jerk.
It doesn't smell as bad as a beer 13, but
No, this does have a skunkiness to it, though.
I think after the last beer, my nose kind of like, my body went into protection mode because it was so, it's like, you will not smell for the next minute.
Greg's in shock. We have to
like
get
you
him one of
smell-
those foil blankets.
If you smelled acid or something. Yeah.
you've been banned.
This is skunky, but it's blowing off a little. It's there, but it's not the only flavor.
I get some sweet malts on the nose.
You mean aroma?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the flavor is pretty decent.
Yeah, actually, the skunkiness doesn't come through in the flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind
That's
of it does
actually-
blow off on the aroma.
That's actually pretty okay.
It's kind of bright.
Yeah, it's got a sweetness to it, which hasn't been present in most of these other beers. But
Smells sweet, but it finishes dry.
yeah, it's overall that's a pretty pleasant experience.
The nose
nice carbonation.
just
Knock
something's
some points off on the bit of a skunkiness, but I'm gonna give that guy a 75. I thought it was pretty
70, really?
I'm going 80.
That's kind of amazing.
No, like I think it's over. I think there's a good beer in there that has a little bit of off flavors, but I think it's got a good heart. It's a heart of gold. And
But the nose is just a little too off-putting for me.
that's why it's down to a C. You know, we're not talking about an A beer. We're talking about a C.
I'm going with a 69.
All right, man.
I'm going 80. I liked it.
Not bad.
It's good.
Not the worst beer, obviously, because I don't think we can top beer
That's
13.
the worst beer in the history of Fort Brewers challenges.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Um,
I mean, you got to have a turd in there to make you feel alive, right?
Yeah, you know, again, I might bump up my score a little bit.
On the turd?
No, on this one.
Oh.
Because
follow your heart.
Going back.
Bird is the word.
The skunky nose is blown off pretty much.
Go 70. A little bit more.
I liked its brightness and that there was a bright character to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seemed very nice and refreshing.
I could drink a pint of that though, and I
Got a
wouldn't
great
have
flavor.
an issue.
Yeah.
What's the score on that guy? I mean, overall.
That guy got a 75, so it's middle of the pack. High middle. So now we're up to beer 15. 1-5.
The quinceañera of beers.
Oh, it's a darkie. I'm sorry.
What did you say? Did you call it a darkie?
I didn't mean it that way. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm going to cut that out. Jason just... Okay. That will be cut out.
Beer 15 on the table.
It's a deep gold color.
Yeah, this is one of the darker beers we've had. Maybe... No, almost as dark. Maybe on par with the one we had earlier that was kind of on the border of like an amber.
That was also a darkie.
Corny. This is corn.
Corny like Greg's jokes.
Oh, pretty much.
Ooh.
Ew.
That was John's joke from earlier. I just stole it.
Yeah, this smells locally made. It's got.
I definitely know which beer this is.
Yeah, it's got some craft beer notes to it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting like a cherry on the nose. Like a
cherry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Could be some ester from the east, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
weird.
like that Budweiser thing that I was talking about.
Corn cherry. That's weird.
It is
Corn Cherry
cherries.
is the super group when the
that
singer
finish on
Buck
it.
Cherry hooks up with the guitarist and drummer from Korn.
Ugh.
You're a crazy bitch. Like the fuck. It's all Buck Cherry songs are about fucking skanks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Like I
finish is
fucked a
bad.
skank and then ran to the bank.
So this one, the finish has that same sort of like over extracted malt, like huskiness to it that I just don't care for.
I'm getting a big like wheat bread character to this beer.
I get it's corny on the flavor too, big time. Kind of like a cornbread kind of thing. For me.
Cornbread's a good call.
Yeah.
like with I was gonna say with butter, but it's not buttery. It's got that savoriness to it, I think, though. With that,
It seems like
buttery
a brewery
cornbread.
that doesn't do a lot of lagers, and they just have this on the board to
Smith.
be awesome.
Yeah, this is solid beer though.
I don't think this is L. Smith.
We're not supposed to guess. You fucking jabroni.
You talking to
I
me?
don't think Ale Smith is going to put out
I
a
coughed.
husky beer. Unless
I've
this
been
one is
drinking
the
that
beer.
beer for a week.
Okay. Well, this is the second one of the bunch that had that huskiness to it. I'll say that.
But I will be quiet.
All right.
No,
He's
honestly,
pleading
this one, like to
the
me,
fifth.
like I said, it gets it's like a wheat bread with butter.
The cornbread thing is a perfect.
But not diacetyl.
No, but like
That savory
or
kind
like,
of.
You ever go to like Outback and they bring you that like brown bread to your table?
Yeah, like that.
squaw.
It tastes exactly like that.
Squaw bread.
Yeah.
Squaw bread.
Squaw bread uses
I love
molasses.
squaw bread. Do you like squaw bread, Matt?
I do like squaw bread.
Cool.
We determined that beer tastes like squaw bread.
Squaw!
Squaw!
I'm going 85 on that
I'll
one.
give that one a 79.
I'm going 71. The year I was born.
All right. Beer number 16. Is that the last one? Do we have 17? I don't know how many we have.
Oops, I'm spilling on my knee.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just rinsed
5,
my glass and mist and went all over my leg.
11, 12.
Peeing your pants is cool. Call me Miles Davis.
What the fuck? Gee, Joe.
Beer 16 is the last beer.
Save the last beer for me.
Hopefully,
Pretty epic showdown for a last minute kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. I was like, Mexican lager, I can come up with a lot of those.
Yeah, where we live.
Yeah.
Turns out
There's a lot of them.
we're swarmed in them.
If I go to the regular ass gas station, there's a shitload of them.
People drink the shit out of them, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good. You know the problem I have? I would buy more of them if they were priced not like premium beers. I was like, I'm not going to pay $1 a bottle for Corona. Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
But you know, when they have the Corona fucking 24 pack on sale for fucking $13,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, all right, now I'm into that life.
That's why we do the Costco when we go to Costco before we go camping and get like the 30 pack of Tecate or whatever. And with a lime in it, honestly, it just tastes like beer.
I don't like lime in beer, which may be prescient because we haven't had the beer with lime in it yet. Or we have and we're just bad.
Yeah, God, wow, we suck.
We tasted it as cherry.
Yeah, right.
But I don't like lime in beer. It completely overpowers it. It just tastes like lime. And I think lime needs another flavor to offset it. Like, I love margaritas. I love mules. I love lime in cocktails. But that is a strong lime flavor standing up to a spirit. And spirits have a strong flavor of their own.
Yeah.
Putting a whole lime in a Corona or a Pacifico is way too much.
It just tastes like lime.
If I were to do it, I'd squeeze it and like take my finger and just get some juice and kind
Rim
of
it?
throw it in the bottle. Or maybe, rim the
But yeah, most people will take a
neck.
lime slice and like put it in the neck of the bottle, and I'm like, that's just fucking too much, man. It's
Yeah.
too much lime.
Well, we did the Pacifico show with Tyler and
They made us do it, and I was like,
Brian.
this is fucking shit.
So here's
was-
this one is not clear, and it is yellow.
This beer looks like a wit.
It looks like a margarita.
This has to be that beer, right? That
Yeah, the last one's a hazy IPA.
God, I would kiss you in the mouth.
That'd be
if that
fucking
was.
hilarious if Matt just fucking
it's Treehouse Green.
ringered out a fucking New England IPA. He's like, it's my homebrew. You guys got wrecked.
It's my homebrew Mexican lager. I just happened to hop it up.
Yeah, I do get some lime on the nose.
Yeah, does it smell like it has lime and sea salt, perhaps?
It does. And it's
this
not
beer-
aggressive, though.
It is completely like opaque.
Cloudy.
It
Looks
is-
like a wit.
It looks like Hoegaarden.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, it
glass. It like if you handed me this and said that's Hoegaarden until I smelled it, I'd say, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it tastes like lime. Yeah, and salt.
Yep.
Hoegaarden would be a great name for a strip club.
I mean, do we even rate this beer? It tastes good.
I think it's well done. I think it's not
It's
over
just
the
so
top.
far out of.
I wouldn't include it personally.
To be
Yeah.
honest, it actually works better than I thought it would.
No,
Yeah,
the beer
for sure.
itself
The
tastes
lime and
fine.
salt, like I'm like, oh, actually, when I smelled it, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a punch in the face with lime, and it's actually just kind of refreshing.
But if we were to put this against all the other beers, we should have put lime and salt in those beers too.
Yeah.
That's why I think we should set it aside.
yeah, let's leave this fucker out.
We can still
Yeah.
grade it, but don't include it in the final score, I think.
Yeah,
I think we'll just
agree.
leave it off. Epic,
Okay.
we'll just talk about it.
It's
This will
okay.
be our palate cleanser for coming up with the finale.
This was indeed epic Los Locos, you guys.
Epic Los Locos.
I will say it's
you
refreshing.
identified it. It has the lime adds like acidity that you didn't get out of the rest of these beers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could finish a whole pint, whereas like some of the other Mexican lagers I can just crush a liter of.
Yeah, that's true. The
I'd rather-
citrusy bite would get much if you're drinking a whole lot of.
All right,
like
so we're
soap
not
in your
scoring
mouth.
that. So
So we're done. 15 beers in the tank, 16 technically. Epic Los Locos gave a DNF because it's weird and has other shit in it.
Yep.
Honestly, it doesn't seem like a lager at all. It's not
Yeah.
clear, it's not crisp. It's a fun, tart summer beer.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. It's just a summer beer. It's not really a Mexican lager.
Give it to your abuelita. She would like it.
So do we want to reveal them in beer number order, or do we want to... Let's sort the scores.
Yeah, let's sort them by score, and we'll start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom. Now we're here.
Now we're here.
You got it, John?
you sort. Go ahead.
All right.
I was just deleting the empty ones.
Couple of observations. No, I won't even make observations because it's gonna give away the order. There were some surprises. I can say that for a fact.
Okay, starting at the bottom, the worst beer of the day, the beer we all hated, beer number 13.
Easily the worst of the bunch was Carta Blanca.
Oh,
Carta
God, that's rough.
Blanca.
Yeah,
Carta Blanca.
Carta Blanca was not a winner.
I've had that beer before, and it hasn't been that bad.
You're probably drunk.
Maybe my standards were really bad.
Beer number 6, not a surprise here, Corona Extra.
Wow.
Wow.
Just funny though, because it's considered kind of the benchmark of the style. Was that the can or the giant bottle?
That was the can.
I mean,
Okay.
that's the best case scenario for Corona.
That's the best Corona's going to get. And so now we know for a fact that Corona is fucking garbage.
Balls.
Fucking garbage.
So beer number 7. Okay, so the lowest beer had a score of 0.58.
Yeah.
Corona had a 48 average. So
Was that the
Beer number 7 with
beer
an average of 49 due to its unfortunate flaws was Stetsons and sombreros.
There you go.
Sorry.
I gave it a 50.
Gotta work on that fermentation.
I gave it a 50.
So jumping up a bit to 60 points average, beer number 1.
So with a solid D
Yeah,
was Dos Equis.
D is for Dos Equis.
Yep, we started off with a classic, and it did not fare well.
I don't care for Dos Equis.
Yep. With a not much better average of 61.33 was what number? Number 8?
Beer number 8.
Beer number 8 was Thorn Barrio.
Huh.
That one was a surprise.
I gave that a 77.
Yeah, John liked it much better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing is a lot of American breweries dipping their toe into lagers where they don't even do lagers normally, and yeah, Thorn. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, lager fermentation is very particular. It's not like ale fermentation where you can just throw it in, hit a temperature, and let it go. Doesn't work like that.
Be better.
Yep.
So 62.67 for the next beer. Beer 12.
Also not faring much better was Pacifico at number 12.
What did I give Pacifico?
Greg gave that one a 72.
Yeah.
You liked it a lot better than the rest
I think
of
that
us.
was one where I was saying I was very familiar with it.
Yeah.
And I drink that of probably the most of any of these beers.
Gotcha. A little bit of a jump in score with a 65. Was what, number 5?
We were all pretty much in the same zone on that one. Beer number 5.
Beer number 5 was Corona Familiar,
Which is the same beer.
which is the same beer.
The same beer in a different bottle.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I did that one intentionally because I wanted to see how far off the two were going to be. And much as I expected, they were pretty far off. Not only that, but I also put them back to back, you guys.
Calibrated.
Back to back.
Calibrating our beer tasters as
Yeah.
completely broken.
Yeah, the Familiar was first, and then immediately after was Corona Extra. Now, to your guys' credit, Corona Extra you identified as being awful. But yeah.
Interesting
That's
though
funny.
that the
Fuck us, right?
Oh, see, I was going to play some games with you guys. Let's see.
So
With a
67 for
the
the next
score
one.
is 67, pretty decent. Tecate.
Tecate. Beer number 2, Tecate.
So still a solid D, but on the high end of D. Now we're moving into the solid C to C plus scale.
With a 75 for beer 14.
75 even. Beer 14 was Estrella Jalisco. That was the one that was obviously skunked, which, strangely enough, that was the one
In the
of
clear
2
bottle.
in clear bottle.
Yeah. Surprising, honestly, though, because if I remember right, I thought it was skunky, but there was like a good beer there with a skunky flavor on it.
Exactly.
I think I kind of agreed with you on that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gave it a 70. I gave it a 75. Solid beer.
Yep.
Estrella Jalisco.
Moving
I
up,
give it
not
80. Wow.
not that much better. With a 76.33. Beer number 3 was Victoria.
Victoria.
That was the first one that was dark. That was obviously darker
Oh.
than the rest of them.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think of it, Victoria does tend to be a little. I remember looking at it. I was like, is that kind of like an amber? I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, might as well throw it in the.
Oh, wow.
Victoria is actually one of my personal favorites
wow.
of the Mexican beers. Slight jump up in score with a 78.33. Beer number 15 was the Sublime beer from AleSmith.
Told you.
Gave it a 71. The year I was born.
Pretty strong showing for AleSmith out the gate, coming in number 5 in.
I think my score bumped it up quite a bit. I mean,
I gave it a 79.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't that
And
far
you
off.
gave it an
True.
85.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was a middle of the road.
But man, I've been drinking that beer all week, and
Yeah.
it's way corny, way like it's.
I've already gone through a 6-pack of it, and I got another one in my fridge right now.
It's good, though. I like it.
I'm crushing the shit out of it. So.
Yeah.
Next up, pretty good score jump with an 83.33. Your number 9 was Modelo Especial, y'all.
All right.
Modelo,
Nice.
really?
Nice.
Yeah. Which, strangely enough,
I've had some
Jason
bad
and
ones.
I did not like Modelo Especial at all on Cheap Beer Corner.
When we did it on Cheap Beer
dude.
Corner.
We shit on it hard.
I've had some real stinkers from Modelo before.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a consistency problem because I've heard both that it's great and that it's terrible. Like when Jason and I had it, it was genuinely bad.
Worth noting, where I bought these, the Corona big bottle was living in the fridge, and the Corona can was living on a hot shelf.
Yeah, that is noteworthy.
That might be a factor.
Yeah,
Just
could be.
if I could think of any reason why we would rate
I
them
would
so
bet
differently,
that's the reason they're so
or
different.
we're just full on fucking stupid.
No, I would say that would definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a good experiment would be to bring us the same beer twice.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, same beer back to back. All right. Now we're getting to the top 3. With 84.33. Beer number 10 was Land Shark Lager, y'all.
Oh man, we all like
Holy
that.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit I threw it in there, and I was expecting something like this because Land Shark is fucking good, guys.
It's like
I-
it's honestly, the thing that surprised me most when you guys were talking about it was how it essentially tasted like nothing.
It's
Okay.
very soft.
It was that beer.
Yeah, it was really soft. It was really, really light. No aroma whatsoever.
That's some good carbonation too.
And also, they use science so it doesn't get skunked. It comes in a clear bottle, but
Yep.
it is not skunked at all.
They
I've
don't
never
use,
had one.
They don't
With,
use hops. That's
yeah,
why.
I've never had one with the hint of skunkiness.
Yep.
Okay.
Now with the first serious score jump, getting into the B plus range with an 88.67. Beer number 11 was Mexican Lager
From Ska,
from Skal.
I give it a
Nice.
95.
Yep.
good for them.
job,
I mean,
Ska.
to their credit, they've been making that beer for 20 years or something
they
like
have.
that.
Is that the
Um,
beer I said tasted like a craft beer?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because it had hops in it.
Got it.
That's why.
You give it a 91 though. I was the low score on that with an 80.
Yep.
Yep. And then you guys, last but not least, with a score of a solid 90, beer number 4 was Cerveza El Sully.
El Sully.
21A, y'all.
Yes.
Wow.
That is fucking awesome.
I love that
Yeah.
beer, man.
I love that was the top beer.
Fucking great beer. And honestly,
Hell yeah.
like you guys instantly were like, this is the good one. This is
Yeah.
like craft beer right here. Like,
Awesome.
well, not only that, it
no
had,
problem.
They use all legit ingredients too. They brew it. They use a Vienna lager yeast. They use authentic ingredients. They use German hops.
Actual two-row.
Actual too. Yeah,
Yep.
it's good.
Yep, fucking A, you guys. I mean, like,
Awesome.
I was. The thing that surprised me was like, with a couple of exceptions, Kraft almost won out completely. Besides Modelo and Land Shark.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly kind of surprising. I was expecting kind of like when we did our Pilsner Showdown that at least some of the
old
stalwarts
school
would
Shine through, yeah.
score high.
Yeah,
but
and I mean,
top 3 being. I mean, we only found 5 or 6 craft Mexican lagers.
Yep, and
3
I mean-
of them placing or 4 of them in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, like the Modelo thing is like really surprised me, just because of how much we hated it.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
on CBC. Yeah,
And is it really cheap?
it's pretty cheap.
All right.
That it was expensive at Total Wine, weirdly, but
mean, just the
at
thing,
the gas
like-
station was pretty cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those things with like really good Mexican food is not the quality of the food; it's the price per what you get for acceptable quality.
I don't know,
You know what I
man.
mean? There's a quotient of
There's been some shitty Mexican restaurants I've been to with like just to get a BRC burrito, and the quality does matter.
oh yeah,
Like
but
as far as price goes,
it's acceptable quality. You find that like the best quality you can get for that cheapest price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
And
find
I
the
think
ratio.
I do that with Mexican beers too.
Too. I don't look at prices.
Worth noting too that
That's me.
El Sully and Ska were like a 1.5 apart.
Yeah,
Less than a 1.5 apart. So
Yeah, that's
they were
awesome.
the clear leaders of the field. Good for fucking Ska too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, although like the comment was, if I wanted a Mexican lager, this wouldn't be what I got, right?
Oh, was that the one I commented
Yeah, that
on?
was-
That's
that was the
why
one that
I
was
dropped
hoppy.
it.
Yeah.
That's why I dropped it to an 80. It probably would have scored higher otherwise. Mm-hmm. Just because it felt like I was like, again, you order a Mexican lager, you're like, whoa, this is a little off.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as craft breweries go, Iron Fire coming in third from last. Like I remember when I first had that beer at Iron Fire, it was amazingly good. Like, I'm like, dude, I would drink this every day. And that's why I always buy
Maybe
it when
it's a
I see
packaging
it.
issue.
I don't know.
No,
the first time
it's not. It's a fermentation.
And I'm not
issue,
trying to
period.
shit on Iron Fire because they make great beer. I love those guys. Like, nothing bad to say. But the first 6-pack or 2 I bought were great. The one I bought, I don't know, 3 months ago or so, a diacetyl issue. It was very evident. And I thought it was just me, like, was with some kind of diacetyl mouth thing, and it wasn't that.
I mean, with a lager, come on, man.
And then this one had like the green apple acetaldehyde thing.
Yeah. It's funny because I brought that out because you had mentioned that before we were doing this, and I was kind of like, someone gonna get it? Is someone gonna get it?
dumper.
Yeah. And then you got it.
Nice.
Like immediately.
It really stood out,
Jason's
too.
drinking the dumpa.
Oh shit.
Drink
That's the
the
biggest
dumper.
dumper.
Yeah, the dumper is like a gallon.
There's also rinse water in there too. So
Is there?
yeah, there is.
Oh no.
Jason is practicing Santeria right now.
God damn it. It's not bad.
You know, I know a guy that practices Santeria.
Does he have a crystal ball?
No, he has like a shrine for his.
Oh,
It's a whole thing. It's a real thing.
Did-
yeah,
had $1 million.
Did he have a
have them all?
I was in a band with him.
But
He's one of the most awesome people I know.
here's the thing though, is like I just started working at Last Name in Upland, and they primarily do lager fermentations, and lager fermentations are real different.
Oh yeah.
They're really, really
Yeah, you
different.
got to do the DAS of the
than doing-
rest.
well, I mean, you do that with ales. You just jack up your temperature a little bit,
But you're going from low to high, down to back down. to low.
you got to baby it a lot more. You got to keep way closer attention, because if you're off by like a day or so without raising your temperatures up, or if you don't dump yeast early enough or whatever, like off flavors show up really, really fast. Like
Sure.
you with ale fermentation, I mean, you throw in your yeast, you set the tank at a certain temperature, and you let it go until it's done. Easy peasy. Lagers
4 pounds of hops per barrel.
Yeah. Lagers are tougher, and so like you said, Iron Fire love their IPA. They make fucking great IPA. They make great stout. They make great barrel aged beer.
It sucks
Yeah,
because it's a great beer when they get it right. So, I mean, in a year from now, it'll probably be fine. They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
It'll be good. So
yeah. It's one of the things you got to learn lager fermentation. And honestly, that's one reason I'm stoked to be working at Last Name, is I get to learn this thing that I didn't know anything about.
And I feel like such an asshole calling out a brewery, like saying,
we did it blind, dude.
I get apples on this.
We did it blind.
And they're like, yeah, fuck you. What do you know? You have a podcast. Okay, I get it. But at the same time,
That's our number one seller.
I'm not going
I
to
get
buy
that every
another
now and
6-pack, dude. So you can fix it or go fuck yourself, kind of thing.
I think if there's any takeaway here, though, it's that the American breweries, there's been kind of accusations of them kind of half-assing, or like, it's been kind of like